Recap of Episode 6 of Season 3 of The White Lotus. The morning after. Early on in the season, White Lotus progressed at a slow pace that placed viewers in the same frame of mind as the tourists, feeling both fascinated and disoriented by a far-off, sun-drenched place. Mike White, the show's creator, then turned up the ante in Episodes 4 and 5, when a number of characters made snap decisions that may have had fatal consequences, perhaps without fully comprehending the consequences of their actions. This week? It's time for a hangover. This episode hardly makes any forward in the plot. It concludes just before the start of three important events. The hazardous Gary is going to throw a dinner party for Saxon, his parents, and maybe Belinda. Frank and Rick are heading to Bangkok for a meeting with Srtala's husband, which might degenerate into violence if Rick fulfills his desire for vengeance. In Victoria's request, Piper and Lachlan are also spending the night in the Buddhist temple. Although this week's action is less intense than the build-up, White does expand on the season's central themes in ways that give them a somewhat more profound impact. Many of these individuals repeatedly question themselves, is there a better way to live, while they deal with problems that are mostly their own fault. The group most in need of a fresh direction is the Ratliffs. Tim had just completed composing a suicide note and was carrying Gaytok's weapon when we last saw him. He has yet to pull the trigger as of today's conclusion. However, he does see shooting himself, and it's possible that the only reason he doesn't really do it is because he also envisions Piper and Victoria discovering his corpse. Later, he envisions shooting Victoria and then taking his own life to save his wife from having to endure poverty and disgrace.